Hi, I'm Alex Bacon, and I'm here at Coffee Strong in Lakewood, Washington. And here at Coffee Strong, we provide assistance to people in the military and veteran community, and also challenge war and militarism. Coffee Strong is a military and veteran rights center. We're located right next to Joint Base Lewis McChord, which is one of the biggest military bases in the United States. There's over 30,000 active duty soldiers stationed just a block from here. And we provide three main services to people in the military and veteran community. For people who are on active duty, who are still in the military, the first one is GI rights counseling, and that's really just helping people who are still in the military know what their rights are. We help them identify what their goals are if they're having problems, and then provide them with the information and support to really accomplish those goals. And so for most folks in the military, that it might be getting out of the military or filing a grievance against a abusive commanding officer, or getting medical care, or kind of whatever someone needs help with. And for veterans, we help veterans file disability claims with the Department of Veterans Affairs for service-connected disabilities. And for people who have bad discharges, general, other than honorable, bad conduct, dishonorable discharges that prevent them from getting their benefits, we help them try to upgrade those discharges so that they are eligible for benefits.
Well, they don't necessarily believe them. The way the Discharge Review Board works is there's a presumption that everything in your military record is correct. And so the challenge is to gather documentation that kind of refutes that. So, when they deny your discharge upgrade, they're not saying that they don't think that these things are true. It's more just that, there just isn't enough documentation to kind of prove it. And so
there's also a 1-800 number that people in the military can call, called the GI Rights Hotline. And that 1-800 number, if they call from Washington State, gets routed here to Coffee Strong. So we get a lot of phone calls as well. But then we also try to make this place kind of a community space for soldiers who, kind of want to get away from the military a little bit, or veterans who are just kind of hanging out. On a day-to-day basis, there's a lot of folks just kind of hanging out here, passing the time, reading newspapers, that sort of stuff. So, that's one thing, but we also see it part of our mission to try to change the circumstances that's creating the need for that help. And so we really see the dehumanizing culture of the military and unjust foreign wars as kind of the two main sources of why veterans and military families and soldiers, need so much assistance. And so we really try to work with the broader peace and justice community to try to create a more kind of peaceful and just world so there aren't, as many wars, and also really try to make improvements inside of the military and the Department of Veterans Affairs so that the culture isn't so dehumanizing.
Yeah. But it's amazing the amount of money that is poured.
Well, I think I was originally attracted to Coffee Strong mainly because I've had so many friends, family members, and relatives that have been part of the military, and I wanted to learn more about it. And I think I had heard a lot of things that I was kind of questioning whether or not they were true. And I wanted to connect to a local community organization in my local community. So Coffee Strong kind of seemed like a perfect fit. And I think they serve a very important role within the local community here in supporting soldiers and their families, and also providing them with much needed resources and legal aid.
I grew up in this area and enlisted in the military when I was 18 years old, right out of high school. And I think I had the experience of really just seeing the way other people are mistreated in the military on a real day-to-day basis. And I was stationed on a Coast Guard cutter in Hawaii, and I grew up a little sheltered, and I didn't really know the ways of the world, and I think I was pretty shocked by the way women were treated in my unit, by the way the Pacific Islanders were treated in my unit by the mostly white officers, and really just the nature of our mission, focusing mostly on fisheries enforcement and alien migrant interdiction operations, and not being real concerned about the life-saving missions. So it really left an impression on me, and I really wanted to help other people in the military who were having problems. Because when I was having problems in the military, I didn't really know where to go. And so I, volunteered as a GI rights counselor for quite a while. But when in 2008, I started going to the Evergreen State College and met some Iraq War veterans actually who were talking about opening a GI coffee house. And I think the idea of having a physical space where people in the military and veteran community could really just sit down and talk and meet each other and share ideas and information was really appealing, and that's kind of how we got this place started.
You can see the bottom. You're fired.
I know that we've helped thousands of people individually. We've been able to help people get out of the military because of hardships or because they're conscientious objectors or, get disability benefits on their way out or file a grievance. We've seen a lot of people individually come through here and we've been able to provide a lot of folks with a lot of help. But it feels a little bit just like a drop in the bucket because the environment that we're in is so big. There's 30,000 active duty service members on base, and there's thousands of veterans in this community. So, we want to both continue to expand the reach of our work on base and also in the veteran community. But we also want to work with other organizations to find ways to change, kind of what's creating these problems in the first place and, and really try to stop this country from continuing to send troops, overseas to fight wars.